70% of players fall for this trap I'm going to show you today. And we're going to start off with the Jobava London. So just the first few opening moves. And it is after the variation where they play e6. Now this is just one of the main moves. And here in the Jobava London you usually go for this knight attack, just threatening the fork here. Notice the bishop is defending as well. And black can do a couple of things here. They can defend with the bishop, in which case we take it. And yeah, we have the bishop pair and ruin that pawn structure. So that's one option. Another option for black is to defend with the knight, but now they have a knight on the rim, which is good for us and bad for them. So the best continuation here, and this is actually approved by the engine, is to give this check with the bishop, and after we block, move back. And this is the position we're gonna look at today. Notice the bishop is now defending, so this little maneuver with the bishop, yeah, help them defend against that fork, and that's actually best for black. So obviously a lot of players are gonna play this because yeah, it's the best. So if they are prepared, they know what to do. But we like this because this is actually where we are gonna set our trap. It's just a few moves away, and we're gonna start by playing a4. And this looks a little weird because yeah, we are defending our knight, but it isn't attacked, and even if they attack it, it's probably with a pawn, and yeah, what are we doing? Well, let me show you. If they attack our knight with this pawn, which is actually one of the most played moves, and probably still the best move, it's not bad to do this. We can actually set a trap by going b4. And, well, like I said, 70% of players is gonna fall for this, and this is in this position. 70% of players goes wrong here. About 50% captures the knight, thinking that okay, they're gonna capture the bishop. It's just a trade. We can take the pawn, and yeah, we've just won a pawn, and it's all right. But what they don't know is after they take the knight, we are gonna actually take the pawn. And notice that the bishop is going to be won back anyway. So, yeah, they can't do anything. If they move the bishop away, they're going to lose the rook. So the bishop is just going to be lost next move. We're probably taking it with the pawn. And yeah, these pawns will be annoying for him, and that's just a win. So that's 50% of players. Now, 20% see this and think, okay, I can't do that. But let me just move my bishop away, because now I am threatening to take the knight. Although they're actually not, because yeah, I think they are. Sorry, I thought for a moment, let's say I make a random move, that here the pawn was pinned, but yeah, we can just recapture with our queen, so that would be fine. But we're not going to do any of that. We are going to play a5, sorry, so not h3, but a5. And black will probably continue, and yeah, this is what Lichess also shows, by far the most played variation. They take the knight, we take the bishop. They're gonna trade here, and they're gonna think, okay, it's just equal. Yeah, what are they gonna do? But if they look a little further, they are noticing, okay, we've got a little problem here on c6 now. Notice that they can't take the pawn or move anywhere because their knight will be hanging. But we're also threatening a fork, so let's say they play a random move. Yeah, we can just fork the knight and queen. Notice our bishop is still defending, and that's just completely crushing for us. So yeah, already a lot of things black can fall for, but even if he sees that, he's gonna play knight a6, just defending. We're gonna take it anyway, because after the knight takes, we can bring our queen to a5. Notice we have two attackers now. And again here, black doesn't really have any good moves. They can try to move the knight away, but then they're losing this pawn, and if they block with the bishop, they're losing another pawn, so yeah, that's just really bad. And the only way to keep equal material for them is to bring the king up to d7. But yeah, you can clearly see that why this is crushing here. You can imagine the knight coming to e5, you can imagine the bishop coming out, and meanwhile black is going to need to spend a lot of time getting his king to safety, and in the meantime, yeah, these pawns are probably gonna drop. This pawn will become really good, and yeah, it's just an easy game for white. So yeah, like I said, 70% of players goes for either this variation or going all the way back. they're gonna go here, in which case we are gonna win the bishop back. So it's definitely worth it. And even if they don't fall for it, so that's the other 30%, they're gonna take this pawn or do some other stuff, but this is the best continuation. Here we're gonna take back, and after this, they are gonna trade rooks. And it's similar, but they don't have the problem with this pawn here. But it's still completely fine. It's an equal position, and we can play on from here. So yeah, even if they don't fall for it, which is only 30% of players, then you have just an equal game. And yeah, if you prepare this position, your opponent probably isn't prepared. So even from this position, I think you will have good chances. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. I hope you can trap some opponents with this as well. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.